All right, all right. What is good, everyone? What is good, everyone? OJ here. Welcome back to the stream. Today we got a great PE live for you guys. Actually, I messed something up though. One thing I did not, it looks so good. I forgot to actually change it because I need my Xenoblade. I need my Xeno loot. That's what I need. There we go. There we go. That's it. That's it. What's good, everyone? Yeah, man. Oh my goodness, what a weekend! Apparently, we got some big leaks from Pokemon. Man, all sorts of stuff. So let's go over the ground rules. I'm not going to be leaking anything or talking about anything from Pokemon Legends ZA since Pokemon Legends ZA is dropping this week. Like in a couple days, you'll be able to play it. So I haven't really looked at anything from Pokemon Legends ZA. I haven't, done anything in terms of that. However, I will be going over some basic surface information of the next generation Pokemon game. Apparently, like release date, platform, general idea, but obviously things can change. It's still early, so no spoilers for ZA, but we will talk about some surface leaked information for the next gen Pokemon, including potentially the names or the code names for them. So we'll talk about that. So all right, let's go and let's get into the shout outs and let's get into everything else. Let's start off with my man Dior, like always. Dior, welcome to the stream, brother. Good to see you here, like always. What is good? What is good? Yiggity 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 yak with the double JoJo. And he says, hey, what up, guys? Happy Indigenous Peoples Day. Breath of the Wild main theme. OJ, my brother. Yes, sir. Happy Indigenous Peoples Day. I agree as well, my man. I agree. Thank you so much for that big $20 dono. Let's go, boys and girls. Breath of the Wild main theme. Breath of the Wild main theme. Remember, if you drop a dono today, make sure you put your music request in there. I will be taking all the music requests until I have to go do some family stuff today. So yeah, absolutely. Thank you so much, man. I appreciate that. Thank you for the support. Like always, Yak Diesel. Appreciate you, man. First Ninja Blood 2 as well, which I am working on that new animation for the first Ninja. I think we need the first Ninja Blood animation. I think we need one of those. So I am working on. I need to figure out what I want to do though, like when it comes down to that. So anybody does 19.99 or more, you can type or pass it, my man. Yak Diesel, Breath of the Wild main theme. Let's go. Thank you so much, Yak Diesel, with the big support. And we're going to continue on with shout outs here as well. If you have questions, comments, discussion topics, whatever the case is, let me know in the chat. Remember, no Pokemon ZA leaks, boys and girls. Please, none of those. We are not spoiling that for people that it's coming out this week. Also, life will change with the 30 months of membership. Thank you so much, Life will change. Appreciate that. Let's go. Justin says, these Pokemon leaks are wild. Epic Globsters here. Dane Gonzalez is here. What is up, Dane? Triple X 2600 said, anyone see the Pokemon leaks? They look wild. Like a wild Pokemon. Shout out to my man Yak Diesel. Cracker Jack says the Mariners are killing it this year. Yeah, but I'm not going to be happy till they win it, man. So I hope the Mariners win it this year. I really hope they do. And if they do, I promise I'll watch baseball going forward. I haven't watched baseball in like since like the Cubs won the World Series. And I haven't watched the Mariners play in like a decade plus, like decades. Like the last time I watched the Mariners play was like 2001. I'm so angry at them after losing in 2001 when they had that incredible year and they lost to the freaking Yankees. So I really hope they win. And I'll be very, very happy if the Mariners win as a longtime former fan of the Mariners. But like I said, it's way too early. They still got the ALCS or whatever, plus the World Series. I mean, it's still a bit. Let's see, OJ, what's up, dude? How many weights you got on that bar? How many weights do I got on the bar? I don't have any bar or weights, my man. Shout outs though, welcome. Let's see, what's up, Chrono? My favorite part of the leaks is kind of guess, but the fact that it's going to be exclusive to Switch 2, which we kind of already knew that it was going to be exclusive to Switch 2. I mean, I didn't think they'd drag along the Switch 1, because by the time that Pokemon comes out for the Switch 2 1, there's going to be 10, probably not, there's going to be like 20 million Switch 2 owners. So there's going to be plenty of people that have one, but also too, there's probably going to be a Switch 2 bundle with Pokemon, like an actual branded Switch 2 bundle with Pokemon Waves or Winds or whatever they're calling it. So there's probably going to be a bundle with that, so it's going to help boost the sales significantly. I'm expecting it to be pretty massive based off of the leak that they showed off so far. So yeah. Let's hear shout outs though. What's up, Dawson? Welcome. Hey, welcome to the stream, Dawson. Big love. Sometimes Fridays and Mondays we'll do early streams. Sometimes on Fridays, sometimes on Monday, depending on family stuff that I gotta do. What's up, DE235? What's up, Joe Likes Blue? What is good, Chrono Rig? Shout outs, guys. Egomaniac, Kraken Jacks, Leaf Storm. It's safe to talk about the Pokemon leaks, but nothing on Pokemon Legends ZA, please. But yeah, nothing spoiling like Mega Evolutions for people or stuff like that, because like that game's just coming out soon. So yeah. Will we have a Nintendo Switch 2 game be esports event in the future? Switch 2 game be an esports event in the future? I mean, maybe the next Splatoon, like Splatoon 4. Let's see. Hey OJ, the African Black Soap arrives today. Hey, yeah, there you go, man. Let me know how it works out for you. Yo, Cyber Taurus with the infinite Tsukiyomi! Ayo!
It's a good thing I was paying attention at work, so I didn't miss the stream.
Yes, sir.
Especially since I've been gone for 2 weeks.
It has not felt like that. Cyber Taurus, you are the eternal, my boy. Cyber Taurus, you are the eternal. Hey, I appreciate you, fam. Yeah, man, good win by the Seahawks, too. I wanted to send that to your DM the other day. The Seahawks are looking like they might win the division, to be honest, man. Especially with the Niners injuries. They're looking like they're going to win the division at this point. If they keep on playing the way that they're playing, they suck it to the Jags, like punch them in the face. Good win by the Seahawks. Very good win by the Seahawks. After the Jags just beat the Niners and the Chiefs in a row, and then you guys came in and said, nah. You stop feeling yourself too much. Shout outs to Cyber Taurus with the big hundo dono. Then also DLJ with the 214. Yo, let's go. My man, Cyber Taurus. I think that does make you the Hokage and Stream Ninja. I think that makes you the Hokage and Stream Ninja. Imagine if the Seahawks and the Mariners both win the titles this year. Oh my god. I think Seattle would be on fire. Like there would be like I'd have to go there and visit. Like legitimately, I'd have to go up there and like hang out. For the Mariners side, not necessarily the Seahawks side, but I just have to go breathe in the environment there. You know what I'm saying? You might see me swinging off of like a light pole coming down, bruh. So yeah, that'd be crazy, man. That'd be so wild. That city, that'd be nuts if that happened. Cyber Taurus, thank you so much, man. Cyber T with the big hundo dono, man. That would be crazy. Thank you so much, man. I appreciate that. Let's go. And there's 100 or more. You can beat him up. Let's go. Game Freak is cooked. Nah, Game Freak's not cooked at all. They're gonna sell a ton of copies of Pokemon Legends ZA, and they're gonna sell a ton of copies of the next Pokemon game as well. But I mean, I've heard that a million times. Game Freak is cooked. Oh my god, there's a leak. This is not the first time that their plans have been leaked, and somebody rushes into my stream to say the same thing every single time. So no. But you know what? That's okay. You can think that. But nah. I've heard that one before. Let's see. In Seattle, Kraken City would burn to the ground. I know, seriously. What's up, OJ? Apparently Xbox is dead for the 26th time. Yeah, man. Loki sucks that the leak happened. I prefer surprises. Yeah, I prefer surprises too. That's why I'm not really looking at the ZA leaks. I'm just kind of looking at some of the like, okay, look, there's going to be a Gen 10 Pokemon game next year. Okay. It's going to be, there's some basic preliminary thoughts on the game. Hey, there's going to be like a little area, like hotel room, and like you can like meet up with other trainers, like stuff like that. So, let's see. Game Freak has to worry about the Rising Kingdom from what I saw on Twitter. Oh yeah, that Pokemon Sloptuber, that mobile Sloptuber that quote tweeted me and was like, oh, Pokemon Legends ZA, it's consumers. Look me in the eye and tell me this is a good game. This dude's whole channel, he's shilling slop Chinese knockoff mobile games, you know, and he has the nerve to click or to quote tweet and complain about Pokemon. It's like, just like I said, that's why I don't really pay attention to people online, because a lot of people online are just like this. They'll have all these things that they dump money into or that they like that's actually garbage. But they'll sit there and go after other people that like Pokemon or something. So that's why I don't really pay much attention to people that, even, no offense, Robert, but people come and say they're cooked. No, they're not. People are going to buy whatever they want to buy. People online like to just say whatever they want to say. But yeah, literally, Mobile Slop Tuber that shills a knockoff, what was it, Rise of Kingdoms or something like that? I don't know. It's like Clash of Clans, but like a knockoff version. It looks like complete garbage, dude. But anyway, he shills that on every single video, and he has some type of problem, you know? And his explanation was, well, have you ever seen someone that likes McDonald's, but then likes Burger King, and then doesn't like Burger King, then McDonald's, and then they like it, but then they said that they don't? And I'm like, anything to justify your hypocrisy, right? Anything to justify your hypocrisy. Like, these... I've had enough of it. I've had enough, you know? So I usually don't do stuff like that. But I had to do it to him because people had been quote tweeting me that day. I didn't really care. People had been complaining. I didn't really care. But when I saw him, I looked at him like, okay, he's verified. All right, let me take a look. Oh, he's a YouTuber. Let me take a look at his channel. All slop tube, Chinese knockoff, mobile stuff. I'm like, okay, this is what you're playing all day, man. You know, like, don't talk to me about Pokemon when you tell your audience this game is good. Like, stop, man. Make some content on some real games. That's what I told him. He's like, oh, well, you know, you didn't have to be rude. Like, if you want, we could, you know, I think he was just being joking around a little bit, but he was like, yeah, if you want to collaborate, just let me know, you know? And I'm like, yeah, when you start playing some real games, I'll collaborate with you. So yeah, man, let me read off what DeAndre had to say. He says, what's up, OJ and chat? There's a high likelihood that I'll get the Switch 2 Pokemon ZA bundle, so I won't be playing the game this week. Sword and Shield was the last Pokemon game I didn't play on the release month. Play Lumiose City, if I can say it right, theme from Pokemon X, please. Yes, I got you, man. Thank you for the $2. Also, Dane with the $1 chipping in as well. Yo, thank you. I'm gonna read off your comment in just a bit. But yeah, that's like I said. I don't really worry about what other people say online. I just have to expose the hypocrisy real quick for people on their Pokemon X. I thought about making a video on it, but I was like, I don't know, probably not. Dane with the $1 dono says, if the World Series is Seattle and Dodgers, would you go to a World Series game? Hell no, I ain't going to no World Series game. If so, we'd have to link up. Also, Pokemon question, how did the leak for Gen 10 happen? I thought there was a ZA leak from people, because some hacker group hacked into the Game Freak's database or something and was able to extract a bunch of information. That's how the leak happened. But nah, I ain't going to no World Series game, man. Like, I ain't that big of a fan, you know? I ain't that big of a fan. If the 49ers ever play in the Super Bowl, I'll try to see if I can get some Super Bowl tickets. I'll sell plasma and maybe mortgage my liver, or, you know, I don't know, borrow a bunch of, I'll see if I can go to that.
Rip to the people hacking Pokemon and Nintendo. Also, happy Thanksgiving to the 3 Canadians here.
Yo, shout outs to the Canadians. Yes, happy Thanksgiving. Let's go. Thank you for the $5, Mr. Psycho Pie. I appreciate that. 128 on the board. Combo breaks. You guys know the deal. Let's go and let's get that. Let's go in and get the limit break played already. You guys dropped the big one on me. So let's go ahead and get that limit break. Shout outs, man. I appreciate that. Not the fast food comparison. Yeah, I mean, the dude just like I said, I don't think he's a bad person overall. I'm like, I get what he was trying to say. Like that mobile slop tuber. Like I said, he doesn't seem like a bad person, but it's like, don't be posting memes and, you know, bashing me or whatever the case is because I like something and you don't like it. That's fine. You don't have to like it, but just attack the Pokemon company. Don't attack me. Don't complain about me and what I like. Look at what you're playing, fam. You playing mobile slop tube, bruh. You playing mobile, what's it called? Rise of Kingdoms? Look at this game. Like, this is the game that he's playing, man. And he's sitting here talking about us. He's sitting here talking about me. Look at what he's playing, bro. Give me 1 second, guys. Let me show you. This is what this dude, the whole street, this is what he's playing. He's playing this. This is what he's playing. He's playing a thing that looks like this. Look at this crap, bro. And you got something to say. I don't have a problem with mobile. If you enjoy your mobile games, enjoy your mobile games. But don't come after me and consumers and who we're and make us seem stupid when you shill this on your channel the whole time. I swear. That's why I said these people, there's a lot of these YouTubers, they ain't never been smacked before in their life. If you got one good like slap when you said stupid stuff growing up, you wouldn't act like this. You wouldn't be like this. But too many content creators been sheltered their whole life. Parents let them do whatever they want, let them get whatever they want. They can just talk anyhow to anybody. Like, and they can enjoy whatever they want. But when they don't get something, when a game isn't what they want, they start throwing temper tantrums and start going off on fans that like something. Like I said, too many of these content creators, they ain't never been slapped like just one good like backhand or punched in the face. That's the problem that I have with these guys. Like, who taught them to do this? If you don't like Pokemon, that's fine. You don't have to like it. But sitting here and quote tweeting and making memes and bashing people when you play this, come on now, man. Like, get out of here with this nonsense, dude. Get out of here with this. Yeah, Clash of Clans clone. And like I said, he's a slop tuber, as in that's all he makes content on, at least on that channel. Now, he might have another channel that does something else, but he dedicated a whole channel to free-to-play slop like this, and not even multiple slop games, just like one slop game. And he's doing it because it makes him money. Because he'll get 10K plus views on every single video, and he has ad spots from the developers. So don't talk to me about consumer. Don't talk to me about that, man. Get out of here. Get out of here. You're just you got to play this trash freedom. At least I have the freedom to play whatever I want. I don't have to sit here every 2 days or 3 days and make slop content on mobile games to put a roof over my head. So I don't want to hear nothing about people talking about consumer. Man, shut up. This is what he's telling his audience to go out there and play. I've had enough. What's up, Nick93? Welcome to the stream. What is good? Nintendo promoting Switch to a World Series team has to be one of the most fortunate marketing. I know. That I bet Nintendo's ecstatic because I don't think that price goes up for that marketing based on like if they're in the World Series or not. I think it was just a flat rate, which once again I'm completely speculating, but I bet they're ecstatic right now. It's crazy. Let's see. Like, don't throw rocks at a house made out of glass. I know, seriously, man. I know 2 grandpas that play Pokemon so we can enjoy whatever we want. That's what I'm saying. Like, listen, and I even said when I quote tweeted, I was like, look, man, I'm not saying Pokemon Legends ZA is the best game. I'm not saying it looks the best. I'm not saying any of that, but come on now, man. So we got to talk about your Niners today. Yeah, they're beat up, dude. They are beat up. They are beat to the ground. But what can you do? You just got to keep playing and see what happens. They got a couple guys back this upcoming week, though, against the Falcons. They get, I think Purdy's coming back. I think Purcell's coming back. I think Kittle's coming back. So they got some. They can still win the division. I mean, if everybody comes back healthy. So, and if they can just score more, if they can score more, and their kicker's good this year. So they still got a chance because Pinero kept them in that game with his field goals. So they still got a chance to win the division, make it to the playoffs. I think Super Bowl's probably out of the question with Warner now injured. But yeah, I think they can still have a solid season. But we'll see. More than likely getting kickbacks from the devs. Well, yeah, I think he's probably got sponsor spots or something like that. So, like I said, I don't hate his hustle, man. That's his hustle. That's fine. Just don't come after me. Quote tweet Pokemon. The Pokemon. Quote tweet the actual company. Quote tweet that. Don't quote tweet me and start talking about consumer. Don't do that to me, fam. Nah, don't do that to me. So like I said, I've got a problem with them going after it. There's a million people that go after Pokemon every single day. I don't care. Like, do you see me sitting there defending them 24/7 left and right when people being angry? No, go ahead and be angry over a kid's game or whatever. I don't care at all. But don't quote tweet me and make me seem like I'm some type of idiot or something. I'm gonna make you look dumb very quickly. So yeah. But like I said, I don't think he took it very seriously. To be honest, I didn't take it very seriously either. So it wasn't really a big deal. I just found it funny, you know. I just found it really funny. So yeah. Let's see here. Sup, OJ? How was your weekend? My weekend was good, man. My weekend was good. Can't complain. Hey LJ, I think it's sad to see generation that would rather play free-to-play mobile games than just Fortnite and gaming has definitely changed over time, sticking to the classics. I mean, I don't know if it's sad, it's just more like the natural evolution of things. Fortnite is a very compelling game. You know, it offers a lot for free or for no extra cost. So I think that's one of the things. So I think that a lot of developers have to find ways to add extra value and find ways to get people to play their games, you know? So right now the industry's not doing that. Everything's as expensive as possible. So hopefully they can do that going forward. Cedric with the dollar donos. I just saw a clip of Mike Edwards saying Persona when asked best video game of all time. Amazing answer. Can you play your favorite Persona track, please? I think I can play this one. Persona 5 Bloom. I think I can play Scramble. I think I can play Blooming Villain. This is one of my favorite, but it won't get me. I don't think this one will get me copyrighted from Persona 5 Scramble. That's Persona 5 The Phantom Strikers here in the West, but Scramble in Japan because Scramble sounds weird. Scrambled eggs. Persona 5 scrambled eggs. Let's go. Mariners Dodgers World Series will be lit. I hope the Mariners make it, man. I think that'd be great. OJ, is there going to be a Pokemon ZA stream this week? Yeah, I'll be streaming it Wednesday night. Yeah, Bosa tough, Warner tough. The Niners got to address the offensive line too in the offseason this year because the offensive line is not great. Gaming Manor, what's up, Gaming Manor? Welcome. Let's see here. Can you see my comments? I can see your comments, Mr. Davis. What's good, man? Welcome to the stream. Let's see. How much Gen 10 cost do you think? It'll be 70, just like all the other standard games. Have you decided your starter yet? Totodile for the win. I haven't decided yet, but I'll figure that out soon. Probably Totodile. I like for alligator, so yeah. If anybody says the gacha game is better than a video game, needs the reality check. Majority of phone games or gamble apps pretending to be a game. You never own mobile games. Yeah, I mean, like there was like this. If I can speak correctly, there was like this Nintendo girl or whatever that she had like a big viral video a month or two ago talking about I'm no longer a Nintendo fan. You guys should go play mobile gacha games. We should go support MiHoYoverse. And I'm like, I just immediately disconnect. As soon as someone says, don't play this, play mobile slop or play gacha games with no sponsorship attached to them, or if they just start trashing Nintendo stuff or Xbox stuff or PlayStation stuff like actual games and start telling you to go play Genshin Impact, that's when I brush them off. I don't take them seriously at that point because those aren't even real games. They're barely real games. You know a gacha game when you play it because there's all sorts of limiters. There's all sorts of weird things that they're shoving in your face 24/7. Microtransactions, trying to just get new characters. The stories are also very loose because there's a bunch of different characters that are swapped in and out, so you don't know who's going to be in your team at the time. Anybody that tells me, Nintendo's evil, go play MiHoYoverse, go play Genshin Impact and I'm like, okay, yeah, I just immediately discredit 95% of what they just say because people shilling mobile slop to me, and that's the thing that we should all go do. No, absolutely not. But hey, you know what? Sure, go ahead and you do that. I'm not gonna take anybody seriously that does that says that. So yeah. Saw the video you're talking. That's what I'm saying. It's like I was listening, and then she's like, "Yeah, go play me. I'm gonna support MiHoYoverse," and I'm like, "Oh, I'm like, I'm like, all right, you lost my respect. I'm good. I'm out. I'm not paying attention. You know, like I'm good. You know." Anybody that says go play gacha games instead of actual real games and support real developers that are making stuff, gacha games, listen, if you're getting a sponsorship, I understand that. Like, I get it, I understand that. But not supporting regular games to go support mobile slop gambling gacha games? No. They're not any more less greedy than anybody else. MiHoYoverse, they're just as greedy as anybody else in this industry, if not more greedy. Because they won't make a regular game. Why don't they make a regular game and just charge $50 or $60 for it if they're so not greedy? Why do they constantly make free-to-play gotcha things to tempt you to gamble and do, like, why don't they just make a normal game if they're so non-greedy? Like, too many people are tricked by free-to-play. They restrict so much content in that game. You've got to eventually spend some money if you want to get the characters or if you want to play or breathe in those games. So, nah. Let's see here. Is there any info on ZA starters or shiny locked or not? There probably is, but I'm not going to put out spoilers before the game comes. The game comes out this year, you know, or this week, so I'm not putting out any spoilers. Yo, what's up, Bead Queen? Welcome to the stream. Remember putting out a lot of hours of money into is that Games of Thrones mobile game, and they shut the game down after a couple years? There you go. And once again, I want to make sure that I'm very clear about this. I have no problem with you guys or anybody playing Genshin Impact or playing Zenless Zone Zero or playing mobile games, but stop at the only thing that I disagree with is like that I'm higher than thou, like that type. Like, don't play this. They're ripping us off. Go play free-to-play mobile games because they're the saviors of us. It's like, that's when I'm just kind of like, okay, you've lost all respect. I have no respect. Not even like go play like great indie games or go play like, oh, go play Clair Obscur, oh, go play Hades, or oh, go play Hollow Knight or Silksong. Go play free-to-play slop. You know, it's like, okay, yeah, these people have no idea how the gaming industry works, and they want us to be basically free-to-play Fortnite trash for the future of the industry because they think they're getting some type of deal because it's free-to-play. I swear I'll stop gaming. If it's ever turned into everything's free-to-play and that's the structure of a free-to-play game, I swear I'll quit. I will just play what I have. I'll finally finish my backlog, and I swear I'll become a retro tuber where I'm just talking about games. I'm just talking about the older games. I'm just making videos on the older games. I'm doing top 10s on all the old. I swear that's what. If it ever gets to that point to where everything's just free, I'm done. I am completely done. I've got enough games to last me the rest of my life, you know? So, let's see here. Mihoyo, the savior, just like Lord Game. I know, these people, man. These people, bruh. Did you see that Capcom hired a Chinese company to make Genshin Impact version of Monster Hunter now? I didn't see that. What happened there? People talk negative Nintendo, you put playing games. I don't care if people talk negative about Nintendo Online. I don't care. I'm 1000% here. I've been wanting to make a pivot to doing that type of stuff anyway. So I think I'm gonna start making a pivot to doing that, like more like some video reviews and more stuff like that anyway. Like, I gotta start getting my top 10s going again. So I've already been thinking about making a pivot to that, and of course gaming news, you know. So it's like whatever. Like, like I said, the gaming industry right now is, people online more like it, are completely overrun by absolutely crazy people with insane double standards and really weird beliefs. So yeah, it is what it is, right? Now that's called grifting. I mean, there's definitely a certain level of grift to that. Yeah, only free to play games I play League and Marvel. And once again, I have no problem with Marvel Rivals. I have no problem with that. The only, like I said, people saying evil this, go play free to play that. Like, I don't trust anybody that says that, because you don't understand. Like, anybody that says they're not trying to act like there's some type of outstanding companies that deserve your money more than anybody else, that's insane, considering how manipulative free-to-play games are. Like, considering exactly how manipulative they are, shoving all of that stuff in your face when it comes to characters and stuff like that. So I don't want to hear it. That's all, you know. But yeah, once again, I don't have any problem with somebody playing that. It's just interesting to hear what some people will do for their YouTube clout, you know. I'll keep it 1,000. OJ, people online are absolute morons. I mean, that's something, once again, yeah. I mean, but like I said, the reading level of a lot of people online is very low. So half the time they don't even understand what you're trying to say in the first place, or they have a very basic understanding of what you're trying to say, because, you know, we have language barriers, we have comprehension problems, we have education, you know, is just right now, and I would say that it's like somewhat in shambles, you know, like it's somewhat in shambles for a lot of the new kids coming up. Teachers overburdened, not paid enough, classrooms too big of classrooms, and comprehension level has just went significantly down. So that's why you have a lot of people that are so angry, because half the time they don't even read what you're saying. They don't even read it properly. So yeah. People spend money on free to play, then they let's see here. Then they would have just bought the standard games. People spend more money. I mean, some people do. Most of the time with the free to play game, they make most of their money from a very small amount of people. The only issue that I have is that, like, it's a manipulative game to play in the first place. Why are you trying to claim like this company's evil because you don't like a game key card or something like that, but then trying to sit there and say this all digital game that's online only, where there's microtransactions to get the characters, where they shove playtime hours in your face, like if you don't have enough orbs or whatever, you can't play for. So like, you're trying to tell me that is what we should be gravitating towards? That is what is just and right? No, that's no. No. So yeah. Shout outs to Uriel. Thank you so much with the subscription. I appreciate that, fam. Let's go. This is where's Coach Carter when you need him. Shout outs to Coach Carter, all-time movie legend. I'd have to be absolutely want to go back to mobile games from Switch 2, especially now. I mean, the reality of it is that stuff is pricey. You know what I'm saying? Like, I'm not gonna sit here and say that it's not. I grew up in the era where, you know, games were really pricey. As well, you know, where it was a lot, right? But I think in today's day, with the rise of indie games, you can get a lot of games for cheap, you know, or if you just wait. Like, when I was a kid, I wasn't able to get everything day one. Like, a lot of times people want everything day one for $5 sometimes. Some people, not everybody. But you're not gonna get that. You're not gonna get it. So you're gonna have to do what I did. I almost feel like it's like a rite of passage. It's like, listen, if you can't get something, you're gonna have to wait, or you're gonna have to pace yourself. Like, you save up, you get what you want, you play that, and then you save up, you get what you want next, and then you play that. You're not going to be able to get everything day one. You know what I'm saying? Like, you're not going to be able to play everything day one. You're not entitled to everything day one. Like, I wasn't when I was a kid. I went through that. It sucked, yeah, but you get past it, right? So when people try to act like they should just be entitled to everything day one, I'm like, that's not how it was when I was a kid. And maybe I'm being an old man yelling in the cloud, but you have to earn it. You have to work for it, or you have to save up and get it when you can. But remember, I was dirt poor growing up. Like, we did not have money for games. Like, my dad would just, you know, sometimes Christmas, you know, sometimes yard sale, you know, he'd see cheap NES games, or he would see Super Nintendo games for cheap, or, you know, I would save my allowance. I got like $1 a week back in the day, you know, like 40 years ago or 30 years ago. I got like $1. Yeah, $1. Sometimes I didn't even get that $1. Sometimes I missed that $1. Speaking of dollars, Cyber Toast with the Ninja Peach.
That reminds me, ended up grabbing Trails in the Sky on Switch 2. Spent a couple hours on it last night and love having that in handheld.
Yes.
So good.
It's very good, and it gets better and better. I think around like hour 10 to 20, somewhere between there, it gets more intriguing, but it does take a while to build up a bit. Shout out to Cyber Taurus. Thank you for another $5 dono. 133 on the board. We could almost get a platinum and a half today. That's crazy. Thank you guys so much, man. I appreciate that. Let's go. Well, you're not supposed to say all those things. Education is crept with the W. I know, seriously. Give you just enough free currency to make it be like, oh, you just need 100 more coins to get this item. Let me just get a coin pack so I can get them. That's what I'm saying. Exactly. People play mobile games because they have no time. That's the truth. Not particularly like Genshin Impact and stuff like that. Like, Genshin Impact, those games are played for long amounts of time. A lot of those games are played by people that just sit down on their TV and play that crap all night, you know? And spend money on it, too. So, yeah, shout-outs, though, George FT. I traded so many games with other kids. I was able to play most of the stuff I wanted. Yeah, I mean, I would rent. How I played games was renting, which renting is still available. Like, there's GameFly. I mean, yes, sometimes they don't have the game, but you can still rent. Or, once again, there's Game Pass. Like, there's other ways, you know, to get that done. But renting is still available. Like, it's still a thing. Okay, I definitely can't play this because I'm gonna get copyrighted for that one. Shout outs. Thank you so much, Cybertorch with the 5. Appreciate you guys coming through tonight. 133 on the board. We are out here. Let's go. Let's see here. You got allowance? I did. You don't remember when mom gave us allowance? Yeah, you didn't get allowance. That's my brother in the chat, sure. Yeah, you don't remember when mom gave us allowance every now and then? I said sometimes she'd give us like $1 a week. You don't remember? Oh, I forgot. Yeah, you didn't get allowance. No, I did. I was the youngest. I got allowance. Oh man. Let's see. Renting too, unfortunately, not a thing for me when I live anymore. Yeah. Yeah. I mean, you can. Okay, hold up, Dawson. They don't have they don't have GameFly in Puerto Rico. Let's see here. Buying used games at GameStop was clutch. Oh yeah, I used to always buy used games at GameStop. I used to go to. There was a couple different places I went to when I was younger and I couldn't afford games. There was GameStop. There was Game Revolution, Game Crazy. There was various different places, and I'd always ride my bike with my friends to different places to see what games we could get. And I would save up, or I'd trade in games, or I'd do whatever. You know, cans, you know, plastics, you know, trade those in. Or like I said, sometimes my mom would just buy me like a game, like Christmas or my birthday. I'd get like one game, like a used game from like GameStop or something like that. So, or also Funko Land. Yeah, Funko Land. Because I started being able to afford games like when I was like 15, I think I started working at McDonald's. So before then, that was when I couldn't afford games. But I was able to afford games from about 15 to 16 years old and up. So, you know, from there it got easier for me to play games. But before that, it was you just rent. You just rent games. Friends go over to a friend's house. They have a game. I had friends that had games all the time, you know, so yeah. So I had, you know, they would get games for Christmas, they would get games for their birthday, or we go to their birthday party, they would have the games over there, and I just played over at their house, you know. That's how I played. Like my friend Ray, he went to Greece every summer, and he would let me borrow his PlayStation. So he had a bunch of games. His dad, his parents, they were trying to do anything. That guy was a trouble kid, and they would try to do anything for him to stay out of trouble. So they bought him Gran Turismo, and they bought him Final Fantasy. They bought him all these games on PS1. But every summer he would go to Greece, and he would let me borrow the PS1. So I'd able to play it for the summer, and it was super cool. Dane Gonzalez, thank you for the $1 dono. It says indie and mid-tier games are shining because everything else is either free-to-play or AAA games with 5 to 10 year dev cycles. Hope the industry takes this as a sign. I'm 80 hours in Hades 2 and finishing post-game. Hype for ZA and Trails next. Yes. I played Trails this morning, and it's very good. I've been getting more and more into the game, and it's very good. So, very good. I remember playing N64 games at McDonald's play area when they had consoles available. Oh, nice. Yeah. I remember, I don't remember doing it at McDonald's, but I remember, like, I know Game Revolution, which used to be like Blockbuster, had a Game Revolution inside of it. Or was it Game Crazy? I think, no, not Game Revolution. That was a website. Game Crazy. Yeah, Blockbuster had a Game Crazy inside of it, and there they had different demo units for various stuff, and I would go there and play with my friends back in the day. But yeah, I had to work for $20 pulling weeds in my Uncle Jerry's back in the day. I understand it was hard back in the day. I remember my mom used to get me 50 cents or dollars for, yeah, absolutely, man. Let's see. LCC says poor OJ. He knows the 49ers are absolutely cooked. Not yet, man. They're getting a bunch of their guys back, so they're not cooked quite yet. So no, not yet. Their defense is not looking too good, but they're gonna get Kittle, Purdy, and Purcell all back this upcoming week against Atlanta. So hopefully they can outscore people. But they're not cooked yet, and they're still number 1 in the division. So no, not yet. Let's see. People talk about smaller budgets, but the truth is, and like I said, I know that they're not cooked because this only comes from somebody who's actually played football. Guys like you never play. You know what I'm saying? So you don't. So you just go off of stuff what you see online. What you don't know is that you still got to play the game. You still got to go out there and play because nobody thought they're going to be able to win games with Mac Jones at quarterback and their whole roster decimated. Their roster's been decimated all season. And guys like you said that they have no chance to win any of the games. So, you know, It's okay. Let's hear. Beat Silk Song Act 3 today. 10 out of 10 masterpiece. Let's go. Thank you so much, Huddy. I appreciate that. That's what you were doing, LCC. You were saying they were cooked before the season even started. You were saying that. So yeah. Shout outs though. People talk about smaller budgets, but the truth is that you'll end up getting sloppy AA games. Not really. If anything, smaller budgets and tighter teams can create really incredible experiences. Look at Hades. Look at Player Obscure Expedition 33. Look at Trails in the Sky. So no, I wouldn't necessarily agree with that. Shout outs to Huddy though, man. Appreciate that. Good stuff beating Silksong. Exactly like how y'all beat the Rams. Yeah, anything can happen, man. Anything really can happen. And once again, the Niners have been winning games with backups. Like literally, these are all backups. All these guys are backups that are playing. On offense, it's all backups. The starting receivers all backups. Everybody's backups. So they're getting some guys back. So once again, I mean, you get Purdy back healthy. You get Purcell back healthy. You got Jawan Jennings back. Hopefully he gets a little bit more healthy. Still got CMC. They have an offense and they got a kicker. They got a kicker that can make kicks. So not over yet. Not over yet. But we'll see in the next 5 weeks. We'll see how the season turns out with no Warner and Bosa, of course. So yeah. Let's see, expectation games like 30 X-Men, the reality Pokemon Scarlet and Violet. No, not really. Unless you can name me a bunch of AA games or something that have all those issues like that, then but I mean, I can name a bunch of AA games that are incredible. So go ahead and list all those games that turned out like that then, if that's the case. I'm not close to counting you guys out yet. Yeah, not yet. I remember player Melee at Walmart playing Melee. I think he meant Super Smash Bros. Melee. I got mind blown at the game because it's my first 3D game since the only games I played were Game Boy Advance. Oh man, that's crazy. Hades 2 is amazing. It's really up there for me. Yeah. Shout outs. Let's go. Rams kicker is Jake Moody in disguise. That's funny. That's funny, man. Yeah. There was a local video store in my neighborhood that rented games for $2 a day. Yeah. $2 a day. Yeah. I used to go to, there used to be this place that I would go to. I forgot the name of it, but it was a laundromat. No, it wasn't. It was next to a laundromat. It was a card shop and it was a mom and pop card shop and a video game store, man. I wish I could remember the name of the place, but I can't remember the name of the place. But I went there. This was like back in the day, and they would have like all the systems hooked up. They would have like an N64, they would have an NES, they would have a Super Nintendo, they'd have a Sega CD, a Genesis with a Sega CD. They'd just have all these systems, and you would pay like $1 something for an hour of gameplay. It was so like, and like they had a bunch of games that you could pick from, and they had candy and they had cards. And I used to go there with my friend Greg all the time. My friend Greg and other friends that we had, and we used to go there and hang out, and then we see other kids from different schools there. And it was really cool, but I can't for the life of me remember the name of the shop. There was like an old bald dude that was kind of like a goofy old guy that kind of had like a cul-de-sac, had the cul-de-sac going. Yeah, this was like 30 something years ago. This was definitely like 30 something years ago. Oh man, but I used to go there and play a lot of video games too, like all the stuff that I couldn't afford, like Resident Evil 1 on the PS1. I didn't have a PS1, so I used to go there and play it. I was scared as heck though, I'll be honest, man. The controls were weird to me. I was scared, like, oh man, I had to cut it off. Oh, yo, let me play something else. Yo, what's up, party man? Welcome to the stream, man. Shout outs. I really missed the arcades. Having parties at Aladdin's Castle was awesome. Yeah, I used to go to the arcades all the time with my friend Turtle. I had like a really good friend of mine named Turtle, and we used to go to the arcades. We used to go to a place called like the Nickel Arcade, where it was just like a nickel. It was just like a nickel, and you just go there and play. But even before that, there was other arcades that I would go to with my friends. There was an arcade in the mall, and we'd go play games there. But yeah, the arcade was great because you see all the flashing lights, and you know, you'd be able to play pinball machines. Plus, you'd be able to play like the light gun games like Jurassic Park and Time Crisis and all the stuff that you didn't have at home, you know. DDR machines, which I never played those. The Asian people were just there killing it. I got too intimidated, but it was cool watching them play. We used to line up to play like Mortal Kombat and Street Fighter. There would always be like big lines and stuff like that for those games. So it was a lot of fun, man. A lot of fun, man. A lot of fun. Let's see. Remember hanging out with Cece's Pizza all day. Their $1.99 buffet. $1.99 buffet. Dang, that's robbery right there. A buffet for $1.99. 90s equals peak civilization. The 90s were pretty cool. I gotta admit, they were pretty cool. It was a lot of fun. It was a lot of fun. A lot of you guys didn't get to experience that, but I did. Woo! A lot of y'all didn't experience that. Y'all experienced this BS that we've got now. Today's day, this trash that we've got now, man. But I'm telling you, bro, the 90s, it was worth living. Just for that, it was worth living. The 90s were great. Great. Golden age of cartoons, golden age, old man in the cloud, I know. Golden age of cartoons, golden age of video games, golden age of just like exploration and just peak. Golden age of you can ride your bike outside without, I mean, even though we did have kidnappings and all that, but we didn't see it on the internet. So, hey, it didn't happen, right? So it was just the golden age of everything, man. It was so good. The 90s were great. And the advancements in technology were crazy too, from like 1990 to 1999. Like, think of like the Super Nintendo, or like the NES that people were playing in like 1990, and then think of like the Dreamcast in 1999. How like advanced technology, like the jumps, the leaps that we made, you know, it was crazy. Golden age of anime, in my opinion. 90s were amazing. Yeah, I used to watch a lot of 80s and 90s anime whenever it would come on. It was hard to watch anime before Toonami. It was tough. But my brother and me, we used to watch old school anime like Vampire Hunter D, and like I think Tenchi Muyo and Ranma, and of course when Dragon Ball Z started, obviously Dragon Ball Z was like the best, and that was like the goated what everybody watched. But yeah, I remember watching a lot of Vampire, like whenever it came on, like animation. It was like, gosh, maybe my brother knows if he's still here. Animation, it was like Japanimation. I think it was called Japanimation. And it might have been on the Sci-Fi Channel, or it was on Cartoon Network. I forgot exactly when, but it would just be sometimes randomly. Like, this was like the early 90s. They would have Japanese animation for like the whole day. And like, you better catch it, because if you don't, it ain't coming back for a while, you know? So, I mean, that particularly that wasn't great about the 90s. Like, having to not being able to watch anime like on demand and stuff. Like, that's clearly better now. But I mean, it was cool whenever it came on. I didn't get into Yu Yu Hakusho until it came. That was Adult Swim. Adult Swim was when Yu Yu Hakusho was like, okay, yeah, like that was goated. And then I'll never forget, my brother used to always get on me for liking Yu Yu Hakusho. He used to call it stub kick because he thought that the guy had a stupid animation. He used to always get on me, and I'm like, dude, Yu Yu Hakusho's incredible. He's like, nah, it sucks. I'm like, bro, you're crazy. This show is incredible. And then he finally watched it or read about it, and he's like, oh, okay, yeah, my bad. The show's goated. The show's goated, man. SNES didn't even release the US till 1991, so we started 1990 with the NES, and by 1999 we had the Dreamcast, immediately followed by the GameCube, Xbox, PS2. Talk about insane technology leap in 10 years. Exactly, from like 1991 to 2001 was crazy technology, like technological leap, you know? So yeah. Toonami's would hit, where I watched Tenchi Muyo. Oh yeah, Tenchi Muyo. I used to watch Tenchi Muyo all the time. It was great. I like Tenchi Muyo. I don't remember it, but Rurouni Kenshin, Tenchi Muyo. I used to watch those. Outlaw Star, Tenchi. Those were all on Toonami, like all on the Toonami when they were just importing like localizing and importing everything, you know, and like just seeing which Japanese animation popped off, you know, which one got real popular after Dragon Ball Z, you know. So I used to watch all those on Toonami after school and stuff like that. So it was great. Yeah, I never really got into Big O too much. I saw it and I watched a couple episodes and I'm like, yeah, this is corny. So I never, I mean, it might not be corny, it might be good, but I never really got into, I know Inuyasha is really good, but I never got into Inuyasha, never got into Big O, never got into some of these other ones that Toonami had, or like Adult Swim had. Never got into those, but I know that they're good though. Shout outs to Jackson, man, I appreciate that. Let's see. Back in the day, you needed a flashlight to see your handheld screen. You really did. But my mom, she bought me a worm light, like for the Game Boy Color. It's like a little light, like it, you know, you plug it into your Game Boy Color, and it goes. It's like a little, like, you know, springy looking light, and then it goes, and it's like, okay, now you can play. So yeah, I used to use that back in the day whenever, you know, whenever I needed the light. Used to be playing Pokemon Yellow back in the day. My mom bought me Pokemon Yellow for Christmas one year. She bought me a strategy guide. She bought me Pokemon Yellow, and she bought me like 2 packs of Pokemon fossil cards for like Christmas one year. At Toys R Us. So I was like, okay, that's good. I was like, this is incredible. That's all I needed. So I had my this was before the internet, obviously. So before like the real internet. So I had my strategy guide. I can look up all my Pokemon. I can, you know, I can train. I opened up the 2 fossil packs. I got 2 holographics. That might be where I got this card right here too. Let me show you guys. I was looking through my Pokemon collection because I just wanted to see like how much my Pokemon cards were worth. Because I know I had some Pokemon cards that are pretty cool or that are worth quite a bit. And I do have some, but I found this card, which I think I showed you guys the other day. But I found this one, this Shining Tyranitar. Apparently it's worth like over $500. And I remember getting this card. My mom bought me was it the fossil packs or something? Yeah, I think it was the fossil packs or whatever it was. And I know I got the Shining Tyranitar in there. So it's worth quite a bit. And I kept it in pristine condition the whole time. So this card's like 20 plus years old. So shout outs to Mama Essence, because she tried her best. She didn't even have any money, but she tried her best to get me to make sure everything was good, you know? So yeah. Yeah, it's a clean looking card, man. It's not even that great of a card, because using this card didn't make any sense. I remember I tried to use it and I would just get absolutely bodied every time, because you need to do the attacks, you need darkness energy, you need fighting energy, and you need fire energy. So to even do anything, you need at least 2 different energy cards. And when you're playing Pokemon the card game, if it's a special energy card, you can only have 4 of them. You can only have 4 of any special energy card. So there's only 4 darkness energies in your whole deck of 60 cards. So this card ended up just being useless for me when it came to playing. And it's a basic Pokemon. So usually what you'd have to do is you take it, you put it on the bench, and then like you try to power it up. But like, yeah, like by the time that you even get the fire and fighting and everything you need to even do some of the attacks, like you might as well just do a different strategy. So I ended up just taking it out of my deck and just never using it, because it kept on getting knocked out before I could even do anything, or people would just use attacks that hit the bench Pokemon and then just knock this Pokemon out before I could even do anything with it, because it only has 80 HP, which is not bad for a basic Pokemon, but it's not like incredible. There's Pokemon that can easily do, you know, 30 damage to bench Pokemon, chip away, then hit you like with the 50 or 60, you know? So yeah, I ended up just saying, dude, this card sucks for competitive play. I'm just gonna keep it nice, and that's what I did. So yeah. Yu-Gi-Oh cards are way more fun to play. I never got into Yu-Gi-Oh, so for me, no. Besides me trashing your team, first of all, what's your team? Before I answer any of your questions, LCC, what's your team? Because usually guys like you end up coming here with the most raggedy teams. So what's your team? And once you answer that, then I will answer your questions. I don't like to think about Pokemon cards. I had a card that I gave away that was worth like $1,200 now. Oh man, that's crazy. Sorry about that, Justin. I'm about an hour late watching you at 2.3 times speed, so I can catch up soonest. Let me know when you get this message. I've gotten the message. Let's see. Wilberforce, what's up, Wilberforce? Welcome to the stream. Shout outs, man. Outlaw Star was lit. If you missed the episode, we had to ask around someone how to record the VHS recording. Yeah, if I ever just missed the episode, I'm like, man, they'll just replay the episodes anyway, so I'll catch it the next time, you know. So yeah. I wonder if there was a weird meta card in that set you could transfer energy. Yeah, there was definitely like energy transfers. Yeah, there were cards that were energy transfers, which I think I had, but it just, for me, I didn't feel like spending the time to build up for what this guy even did. Because from what I recall, I mean, he had some good attacks, but let me double check like the attacks. Okay, Mountain Crush. Flip a coin until you get tails. For each heads, your opponent discards the top card from his or her deck. So that's actually pretty good, especially if they have some good stuff at the top of their deck. You could, I remember I did absolutely wreck somebody. I flipped 10 heads in a row one time, and I just mountain crushed this guy to oblivion, and he discarded all of his evolutions. So that was, but it's so situational. And if you get tails, the mountain crush doesn't do any. I mean, it barely matters because it's flipped till you get tails, right? So if you get the first tails, okay, then you're done. Okay, so then it says destructive fire. This one's 1 darkness energy, 3 fire energy, and it says flip a coin for each fire energy card attached to the Shining Tyranitar. For each heads, discard a fire energy card attached to the Shining Tyranitar, or the attack does nothing. Then, for each heads, choose an energy card attached to the defending Pokemon and discard it. If it has fewer energy cards than that, discard all of them. So it's like, it's so situational, having to flip for everything. I mean, like, it works. Like, if you do it, it works well. But this destructive fire, if you flip heads, you have to just discard your energy cards. Remember, you can only put 1 energy per turn. So it ended up being like, this guy's just a huge energy waste. He's just a lot of flipping, and I got tired of having to flip for everything. I just want to do like a lot of damage quickly, you know? So I just said, screw it. This guy's not even worth the trouble. He obviously doesn't evolve. So, yeah. But it's like, it's a basic Pokemon though. So that's like the good thing. Like he's not, you don't have to evolve him, you know? He's just basic Pokemon. So that's good, but still. Just ordered Switch Lite OLED with touchscreen support. Udon Super 5 mod, sending it off to a mod chip so I can get overclock games with stable frame rates. Hey, there you go. You have the light system too itself. Pittsburgh, I have little faith in A-Red. All right. So yeah, you worry. How about this? You worry about your team. You worry about that old 1945 quarterback that you got there. You know what I'm saying? And that porous defense that you guys have, okay? Stop worrying about the Niners. You in a whole different conference, fam. Like, with your old crusty quarterback that doesn't know when to quit, and that crusty, not even Blitzburg, that Sievesburg defense that you guys have. What are you worrying about the 49ers for? You're in a whole different conference on the East Coast. You ain't even close. You're not even like a AFC team close to the Niners. You're on the complete other side of the United States in a whole separate conference. Worry about your crusty Pittsburgh Steelers, bro. What are you worrying about the Niners for? What are you worried about the Niners for? Your team has its issues. That quarterback should be in a retirement home at this point. He doesn't know when he's past his prime. Okay, he won a Super Bowl 15 years ago. Okay, 15 years ago, won a Super Bowl, choked multiple times against the 49ers, if you want to tie him back into that, choked against Jimmy Garoppolo. What are you talking about the Niners for? Worry about your Pittsburgh Steelers, my man. They got enough problems as is. Like, what? What are you talking about the Niners for? I don't understand it. Let's see here. Yeah, got choked out by Jimmy G. Like, P-star Jimmy G. Like, this dude's out here staying up late, taking out escorts, and then beating Aaron Rodgers the next day. Like, are you kidding me? Like, what's going on there, bro? Let's see here. We can say the same with Joe. Joe Flacco needs to retire too. I don't know why he's not retiring. Joe Flacco needs to retire, bro. He needs to retire as well. I don't know why he's still playing. He says, oh, I love the game, bro. Retire. Go love the game, sitting at home and, you know, with your kids. Joe Flacco's kids, they called him trash. Because they don't even remember when he was good. They said, yo, man, you trash. They called him garbage because they don't even remember when he was good. That's the hilarious thing. It's been so long since he's been actually good, and not that little resurgence thing, but yeah. As much as I hate to say it, but yeah, the Trash Niners are a good team. That is an oxymoron. The Trash Niners are a good team. And until my Rams prove they can play consistently, I'll give them the edge. I'm giving the edge to... I'll actually give the edge right now to the Rams right now over the Niners. I think the Niners stole that game. But I think that the Seahawks are the best in the division. If we're talking about divisional opponent, Darius, thank you for the 5. I think the Seahawks are the best in the division right now. They're playing the most consistently. They've got the healthiest team so far. So I'd give the edge to them. So yeah. 6-0 if you had a better kicker. I wouldn't blame the kicker on that. I mean, Kyron Williams did fumble on the 1-yard line. So, I mean, I don't think it's the kicker's fault for Kyron Williams fumbling on the 1-yard line. So, or he actually fumbled. Did he not? 2 fumbles. Two red zone fumbles. So I think that's more of the reason why, more so than anything. Haven't been able to make a live show in a while. Glad to be like, hey, what's up, Sierra Cubold? Welcome. As a Seahawks fan, I still say you have the slight edge over us. Not with the injuries, not with Fred Warner out for the rest of the year. No, I mean with Fred Warner, yeah, but like I don't have any confidence that the defense can stop anybody. I mean they let Baker Mayfield run for 3rd and 15. Like he literally juked out the whole team. Like the tackling on this team is bad. The Niners tackle bad. They're not good at tackling. They're really not. They let Baker Mayfield get a 3rd and 15 on them. That completely shifted the game because like the next 2 plays, deep bomb touchdown. So I'm not confident that the Niners can play good defense the rest of the year. I am confident though that they can, and they've got no interceptions on the year. They've got no interceptions. 0. This is the first time ever in the history of the NFL that a team has no interceptions this deep into the season. Like that's crazy. But anyway, I'm confident that the Niners can actually play some offense, though. Their offense is not bad. They have CMC. They have some receivers. So if they get their guys back, I'm confident they can win potential shootouts with teams. So the defense will be bad, but the offense can score. And, you know, that's what I'm banking the season on. I'm banking the season that Purdy comes back, Kittle comes back, Purcell comes back, Jennings is healthy. They got all their guys. And Ayuk comes back. Remember, Ayuk's not even there. So if they've got Ayuk, Kittle, Jennings, Purcell, CMC, Purdy, that is formidable, and they can score points. So, but their defense is, I don't know how well their defense is going to play the rest of the year. So yeah. Kyle chokes in big games, but he's the best play caller in the league. I mean, yeah, once again, we're talking about regular season. But this year, I think he's been pretty good in big games. Like in big divisional games, I think he's called it pretty good. I don't think the loss yesterday was on Kyle. I think it was just, you know, they're in Tampa Bay. They still had a chance to win that game. That's the funny thing. They still had a chance, and they let Baker get a third and 15 on a run, and they had him dead to rights 2 or 3 times. So they still had a chance to win, but you know, they're depleted right now. They got to get some guys back. You know, they got to get some guys back. But you know, but Baker didn't have a lot of his receivers too. He didn't have his running back. He didn't have a lot of people either as well. So yeah. Top 5 power rankings. Probably number 1 would probably be like the Bills. Number 2 probably be like, I still got to give it to KC. They had a big win. KC. Number 3, I'd probably go with like probably Seahawks. I'm actually high on the Seahawks this year, to be honest. Or no, sorry, Bucks. So I'd probably go, my bad. I'd probably go Bills, Bucks, Seahawks, Chiefs, and maybe Lions as like my top 5 or top teams so far. I remember how we were worried if Stafford will play going into last week and he had the most passing yards. Yeah, that's true. We were worried about that because of the epidural he was taking. But hey, man, if an epidural can work on a woman giving birth, it can work on a man trying to play football. So, because giving birth is significantly more painful than playing football. So, love the Xenoblade series, but were you big into Xenosaga? Oh yeah, I like Xenosaga. I got them all too. Yeah, they're great. Not better than Xenoblade, but they're still really good. Mariners, game starting up. Let's go, game 2. Yes, sir. Yes, sir. I hope they win, man. I hope they get that dub. I hope they do. Make sure you guys hit that like button if you have not hit that like button. We still got a lot more time left. I got another hour plus or so to stream, so if you have comments, questions, discussion pieces, more than happy to answer all your questions, boys and girls. Let's go. Let's go. 140 on the combo board too. Thank you guys so much, man. I appreciate that. 10 combos away from a platinum and a half. Let's go. Let's see here. Hey, what's up, Danley? Welcome to the stream. Welcome. How are you doing today? And I think, Danley, I might have missed one of your donos the other day. Thank you for that support, man. If I missed calling out your name, I think it was on the Spawncast pre-show, or it might have been the show before that. I'm not sure, but thank you for the dono that you did, man. I appreciate that. Let's see here, bro. I'm baffled how bad the Ravens are right now. Yeah, no Lamar Jackson equals no wins. The offense is tooled around him, not Cooper Rush. So yeah, but I know what they were doing signing him, but they should have signed somebody that was also mobile. Like, I don't know why you sign a pocket passer, like pure pocket passer, when the offense is tooled around, you know, Lamar Jackson's mobility. So it makes no sense to sign a pure pocket passer like Cooper Rush. So, or is it, yeah, Cooper, it makes no sense to sign him. So I don't know why they did. They should have signed somebody that, you know, like a Trey Lance or something like that, you know? What was the Gen 10 leaks about? Basically, Pokemon, the next Pokemon games are going to be Switch 2 only. Pokemon like Winds and Pokemon Waves, and it's going to have better looking graphics than like the last game. But it's going to be Switch 2 only development as well. So yeah, there's some more stuff, but I don't want to have like, you know, do too much with it. But there was a ton of leaks though, man. Lot of leaks. And there's going to be like a hotel that you stay in or something like that. And then there's like online, like where you can meet up with other people like real time, you know? So better online features too. Connection and online features. Although Pokemon Scarlet and Violet's online features are actually incredible. They're pretty good. No, it's all good. I don't do it to get a shout out. Just trying to get some more training gear for the Ninja Village. Hey, shout outs, man. I appreciate that. No, but big love, Danley. I think it came in towards the end and I just missed it. So I'm sorry about that, man. But no, you need your shout outs, guys. If you drop a dono, get your shout out, get your music going. I appreciate you guys. Let's see. I have zero interest in Pokemon. That's fine. You don't have to have interest in it. Don't play. Did you nickname your Pokemon? No, I never nicknamed my Pokemon because I found that to be stupid, to be honest. But I understand why other people do it. But I never nicknamed them because I was always a competitive player. And if you nickname your Pokemon, you're gonna forget the names of forget like their attributes and stats. So what I used to always do was that I would buy the strategy guides and I would know the name of the Pokemon and I would know what they look like, obviously, and what their types were. Because remember, you have to know their types, like to know like how to exploit them, and like to know what type of moves to do against them. So if you nickname all your Pokemon, you won't start really understanding like what their actual name is, you know, and being able to look it up really quickly, or whatever the case is. So I never nicknamed my Pokemon because I never wanted to not know the official name, so I could look up, like I said, what their actual stats are, what's good, what's bad about them, you know? So yeah. I wonder if there will be tons of refunds for Pokemon like the other game. No, probably not, based off of the gameplay impressions and stuff that we've gotten. There wasn't any refunds for Pokemon Legends Arceus, so I doubt there's going to be any refunds for Pokemon Legends ZA. Let's see, people are shocked that it cost $13 million. I'm more shocked thinking that what the budget for the 3DS games were. I wouldn't necessarily put too much stock into the whole they leak the budgets for things. Those things are often approximated and they don't take into account a number of things. So I'm always a little wary whenever like people say it costs this much or that. I'm not so sure. That's it with the 1432.
OJ got the Monday Platinum push today. Anyways, good news, got the character animations, then now gotta work on the vehicle animations. Great Monday, survived another truck crash. Lol, music request F-Zero GX any track.
Oh, I'm glad that you were not in that. Thank you so much, man. I appreciate that. Combo breaks. Let's go, man. Thank you so much for the 14. F-Zero GX. Thank you, F-Zero GX music. Thank you so much, man. I appreciate that big $14 dono. Let's get the platinums up on the board here, though. Big love, JoJo. Shout outs to the JoJo boys. Appreciate you guys so much, man. Appreciate you guys. So yeah, unless the developer actually says how much the game costs, then I'll say that. But like leaked documents in terms of costing and all that, I'm always like, yeah, maybe. But once again, I don't know. Did it describe the region or area? It did. It did describe the region or area, but like I said, I'm not sure if I'm gonna disclose all that. You can go look that type of stuff out, but it's an interesting thing though, for sure. I might talk about it in a video, but I'm not sure if I'll talk about it in a live stream, considering there's people here that don't want to be like spoiled with that type of stuff, but I'll probably discuss it all in a video. Mariners 3-0 Mariners in the first already. Let's go. Let's go. Let's go. So hyped for ZA. Even more for Gen 10, but I hope I can make it to Gen 10 without spoilers. Yeah, I'm trying to do nothing too crazy on the spoilers, you know? Let's see, what Pokemon in the title in the last generation were noticeable for refunds? Just Pokemon Scarlet and Violet. If you wanted a refund on that, you could get one. I mean, I don't know how many people actually did it, though, considering the game sold pretty crazy. It's the second best-selling Pokemon game of all time, so any refunds definitely were taken up by people who actually decided to get the game. And then, of course, if you buy the game, or if you have the game and you play it on Switch 2, it runs and looks, well, the graphics aren't incredible, but it runs and looks significantly better than on the Switch 1, so there's also that. Let's see here. Shout outs though. What's up, MUFC? Welcome to the stream. Welcome. Huntley played towards the end of the game, and I'm thankful the Ravens started Cooper Rush for the majority of the game. Yeah, he doesn't fit their offense, so I don't know what they're. Well, they should have drafted. They should have drafted a young mobile quarterback that's like Lamar Jackson. Like I don't. That's bad coaching on your end, on Harbaugh's end, or the general manager's end. Like, why would you draft a quarterback that's completely different from what you do? You need to draft a quarterback that's similar to what you do. You know? So, I don't know. Things can also change before Gen 10 too. I mean, remember people going crazy over Wolverine and GTA 6? Well, yeah. I mean, Gen 10's coming out next year, so obviously like a ton of things aren't going to change too much. But yeah, like that's why I always say wait for like the final build, wait for like the final stuff. Like it's too early. So yeah. Nobody's as bad as Jake Moody. Jake Moody's the worst kicker. Is one of the worst kickers ever in the history of kickers. Like, he's actually terrible. Like, dude misses like 20-yard field goals and stuff like that. Dude like clanks 20-yard field goals and stuff like that off the upright. So no, man, Jake Moody's the worst. Huntley is similar. Oh, I remember the Pro Bowl year, the Ravens a few years ago. That wasn't really a Pro Bowl year, just nobody actually wanted to play in the Pro Bowl that year. So Huntley was like the last guy. He was like, hey, you want to go? He's like, okay. But yeah, if you look at his numbers, that was definitely not a Pro Bowl year, but nobody wanted to play that year, so he made it. Our guy missed a 27-yard last game. Yeah, but you guys still won though, like 17-3. The other team couldn't score, so it doesn't matter as much. Massive Rican with the $7. Lucky 7.
New happy Monday, OJ. Just popping by real quick to say what's up to all the elite ninjas and
What's
soon
up,
to
man?
be elites as well. Music request Xenosaga Ost UMN mode.
All right, I got you, man. Xenosaga. No, but you're right though, Nick. You can't be having a kicker missing field goals. Like, no, you're right about that. That would piss me off too. You can't be having a kicker miss, 20-something yard field goals. Shout out to the Massive Rican, man. Thank you for the $7. Xenosaga UMN mode. Thank you so much. This is the Super Metal Dave, right? Yeah, that's the Super Metal Dave. Yo, shout outs. Thank you, Massive Rican. That's the Super Metal Dave music. The Polaris-based Nintendo Switch 1 with PS4 Pro power, right? Oh man, dude, good times. Oh god, not really. So I appreciate that, man. Thank you guys for your support. Let's go. Oh man, dude, that's crazy. So yeah. Let's see here. Shout outs though. Those days were not fun, man. Those days were not fun. Give me 1 second here, guys. Let's see. Raiders gonna get cooked facing the Chiefs with Rashid Rice's return. Maybe. We'll see. The Raiders play the Chiefs sometimes pretty tough out of nowhere. So yeah. Those days were not fun, party man. I don't find those days to be fun at all. Like, those are not fun days whatsoever, in my opinion. So. Hey, what's up, D Money? Welcome. Are the Bucks legit at 5-1? I think the Bucks are legit at 5-1, yeah, because the reason why I say the Bucks are legit at 5-1 because they've got a quarterback. They got a quarterback that's as tough as nails and someone that literally like is hard to tackle at times, like well, against teams that don't like to tackle at least. And he likes to, and he's accurate. He's a good thrower. He's tough. He's a good leader. And they had a lot of guys out, and he still was willing to will his way to victory over some pretty good teams this year. So you got to give credit where credit is due. I think the Bucks are legit. Baker Mayfield's a legit MVP candidate right now. I'd probably say he's leading the MVP race right now. He's throwing for a lot of yards. He's had some good throws, good touchdowns. So yeah, the Bucks are legit right now. But you know, they've been a playoff team since Baker's got there. They've been a playoff team, I think, like what, 3 out of the 4 years or something like that. So yeah, they're legit. I think the NFC's wide open this year. I don't think like the NFC's wide open. There is no dominant like unbeatable like powerhouse team. Like the Eagles last year were a powerhouse where they just ran down your throat. Like you just couldn't stop them, right? Tush push all the way, like you, and like they would throw the ball too. Like this year, there's not any powerhouse NFC team that feels unbeatable. The closest thing to that is maybe like the Detroit Lions, and we saw what happened. The Lions kind of got smacked up a little bit by the Chiefs. So like, I don't think that there's any team in the NFC that's a dominant powerhouse that just gonna run away with it, you know? I can think anybody can really win the NFC this year. Like, any team that makes it to the playoffs can win the NFC. Like, even like a lower, like a 7 seed or something like that, right? So I think that it's wide open, you know? Are you going back and forth with ZA and Trails? I'm probably just gonna focus on ZA, and then I'll get back to Trails when I can. Shout out Steve Money though. Welcome, man. How you doing today? Welcome. Eagles' new OC ruined their offense. I don't think it was just the OC. I think Jalen Hurts just isn't playing or seeing the field as well as he should too. So it's probably a combination of those things, you know. I mean, the new OC didn't tell Jalen Hurts to throw a pick 6 or throw almost a pick 6, right? Like in that game against the Giants. And how about their defense? Their defense is playing trash. So it's like, it's not even just, you know, their defense hasn't been playing great these past couple weeks. So, yo, what's up, Visage? Welcome, man. How you doing today? What other new games are coming out? I gotta look at the release lineup, but of course you have all the Nintendo games: Hyrule Warriors, Kirby, obviously Pokemon Legends ZA. And Metroid Prime 4. Those are the games that I'm focused on for this year. For the rest of this year, at least. Yeah, P3 Reload. Yeah, that's coming out as well. Some other games, too. I gotta look through the list, though. Yeah, lost key players on defense, but it's about the same offense aside from the OC. Yeah. Like, we'll see if they get things together. They gotta fix their run game, man. Their run game, the offensive line is not, you know... Saquon's not running like he ran last year, and the offensive line isn't blocking like they blocked last year. So that's something that they got to get figured out. But like I said, man, it's still a wide open NFC, man. There's still a lot to get into. So it's not over by any means, you know, not over by any means. So, yeah. Make sure you guys hit that like button, though, if you have not hit that like button. And check out my most recent community post. I talked about Super Smash Brothers on there. I discussed what I think we could see for Super Smash Brothers in a recent video as well. So if you haven't seen that, check that video out. Or check that post out from the community page. You can vote on when you think Super Smash Brothers is coming out for the Switch 2. 2026, 2027, 2028 or 2029. So you can go vote on that too if you want, and watch my video if you haven't seen my video on Smash. Yeah, Zadarius Smith or something like that. Yeah, one of their pass rushers just retired, you know. But, I mean, if a guy, it's better a guy retire than to phone it in, you know, like, and just be, you know, and just not be wanting to be there. Like, if you don't want to be there, just go home, you know. And, you know, you're 33 years old, been playing for a decade plus in the league, you know. It's just, if you're tired and just want to go home, just go home, you know. So I don't have a problem with that, you know. Like, I don't have a problem with him just saying I'm good, you know. If you don't feel it, you don't feel it. Like, playing football sucks. Like, yeah, you make a lot of money and it's great, and you know, you have fame and all that, but like, it's like, it like kills your body. It's physically demanding. It's stressful, you know. So if he feels that he's done enough, and his body just isn't responding to the grind of getting up, going to practice, traveling all day, man, just retire. Go home, play with your kids, go be with your wife or your girlfriend or your girlfriends or whatever, you know, and just enjoy the rest of your life and do your businesses, you know, use your money invested, do whatever you want to do, you know. So I'm a fan of that. I'm okay with that. Like Patrick Willis for the Niners, he retired early. I was shocked when he retired. He was only like 30 or like 31. I'm like, you're retiring already? Like, yeah, man, I'm good. Like, he played only 8 years, 8 like all pro years almost, pretty much, and just said I'm good. Like, his body just wasn't reacting well to going back in there. He had problems like with his toe, and he's just like, man, I just can't do this no more. So I'm like, you know what? You got to do what's best for you. You got to do what's best for you, and if you're just not feeling it anymore, you're just not feeling it anymore. You know. So yeah. Are you going to do a 6-month review? Look back at Switch 2 in December. I'll probably do like a review once we get everything, once I'm done like with Metroid Prime and like the first calendar year review of the Switch 2. Yeah, I'll probably do something like that. So yeah. It's crazy how the leaked Pokemon Galar is inspired by Xenoblade X. The pitch idea is literally Legends Galar on top of Xenoblade X screenshot. See Monolith soft inspired. Yeah. Once again, that's the leak stuff that I'm always hesitant to look at stuff like that and think that like, oh my god, there's like a lot to it until we actually see product. But I mean, yeah, for sure. This is all y'all linebackers retire early. I mean, there's been a lot. I mean, ever since like the whole CTE thing, a lot of guys have been retiring, you know, before than what you usually see them retire, and that's good because you don't want to get CTE. So I don't have a problem with people retiring early, because it's better to retire early and be on the safe side than to, you know, not retire and get CTE, you know. So yeah. Hey, what's up, Squirrella? Welcome to the stream. How you doing today? Shout outs, welcome. Welcome. How you doing today? Alright, what's up, Rajiv? Welcome to the stream, man. Aaron Donald definitely could still be playing good, but he happy left. Let the new gen... man, I'll be honest, though. You guys with Aaron Donald this year, that might be a scarier defense. Might be a Super Bowl team, though, with Aaron. Like, might be more dominant, you know what I'm saying? Like, probably would have been able to get more sacks and stuff with Aaron Donald in there. But, yeah, I'm happy for him. He won his Super Bowl. You know, he's good. Got plenty of money. He got his big contract, you know, that he really wanted. So he got all that. So he's good now, you know. Let's see here. Shout outs though, guys. Cash Doll gonna leave him now that those checks finna stop. I thought they already kind of broke up once, didn't they? They kind of broke up once and they got back together, apparently. If he's smart, he's invested that money into other things. So he should be good. You know what I'm saying? He should be good if he invested that money. He should have revenue streams, you know? But yeah, those checks ain't coming in as much. So yeah. Hit that like button though, man. If you have not hit that like button, hit that like button. Shout outs, let's go. So yeah, like right now we even see like apparently, so another leak for like the what's it called, like the next Pokemon game. It has like a brand new graphics engine. It's called Pokemon Engine X. That's gonna get you way better graphics. People are leaking all sorts of stuff. People are just leaking, like there's like a demo. I'm like looking at a demo right now of it, but it looks like, yeah, it looks like the graphics are a lot better with this one, you know. So they're I don't want to show nothing because I don't want Nintendo I don't want the Pokemon company or Nintendo to strike my channel down. So I won't show anything. But yeah, I'm looking at it right now. I'm gonna cover all of it in a video tomorrow morning, and I'm going to not show the actual video. I'm just gonna show like a screenshot of it, just so you can kind of see what I'm talking about. But yeah, a lot of stuff's been leaking, man. But yeah, it looks pretty good from just like a beta or like a demo of it. Doesn't look bad at all. Looks like they're really trying to actually improve the graphics for the game. So yeah. The funniest comment, one of the funny comments was, I hope this is a very early concept video. And then somebody writes, no, this is the final version of the game. Oh man. People will still complain. Yes, people will still complain because they expect Pokemon to look like, you know, they expect it to look like freaking what's it called? They expect it to look like Xenoblade X, but like even better than that, you know, or they expect it to look like, and they expect it to have all the Pokemon, like 1,000 Pokemon, they expect it to have all the online multiplayer, they expect it to have all this different type of stuff in there because Pokemon Company makes a lot of money, so they expect that, they expect it every single couple of years too. They expect it every 2 to 3 years there should be a new gen as well. They expect all that. That's what people online expect. So yeah, they expect it to be like Call of Duty, where it's just like every year there's like a new Call of Duty game and like it looks great and like everything's fine, right? That's what they expect. Oh man. Alright, let's get this next track up. Sticker brush. Big love though, guys. We did get the platinum and a half. I forgot to hit the combo breaker on that, so let's go ahead and get that playing. Let's go. Shoutouts. I appreciate that. Yeah, the last of us. Yeah, man. But yeah, people will still complain, but I think it's gonna be a drastic improvement from Pokemon Legends ZA, from Pokemon Scarlet and Violet. It definitely seems that way. I mean, considering that they have a new engine. So, since they have a new engine, it does look a lot better. It does look a lot better. From what I'm, like, early concept looks better. But like I said, we'll see once the game actually comes out. The Pokemon leak with the new engine, graphics look way better. Who can say it'll be like that in the final product, but if it is, I'll be very happy. Well, I think that it'll look more like that in the final product, right? I think it'll be, because the Switch 2. Because of the system itself. The system itself is significantly more powerful than what we've got before. So I think that even if it's not quite as good, the Switch 2 supports so much better, you know, when it comes to graphics. And yes, the Pokemon Company absolutely should have made the graphics better for, you know, Pokemon Scarlet and Violet or Sword and Shield or whatever, right? Obviously, that could have been better. But the Switch 2 has so much overhead, you can do all that stuff and not have to worry too much about performance. I think even like with Zelda, for example. Zelda had performance issues at launch. You know, Tears of the Kingdom has performance issues, some performance issues here and there. So even Nintendo's big open world first party games had some performance stuff. Graphics look a lot better than Pokemon games, but performance issues. Pokemon Scarlet and Violet just had both, you know. So, but I think that the overhead of the Switch 2 gives them the time to be able to do that. And I think that they actually took a lot of time between Scarlet and Violet coming out 4 years ago by the time that this next game comes out. So 4 years in between 2022 to 2026, that's a lot of time. side team makes Legends ZA, I think it makes sense at this point. So never cared much about leaks. It's sometimes not 100% true until Nintendo officially revealed the game. I mean, this stuff was stolen, so obviously, you know, it's stuff that was actually real. But yeah, I think that once it's actually like where it comes out and like you can see like what the final product is, because sometimes it changes, you know. There's a guy that speaking to who's now trying to say Xbox is selling the best because a Walmart employee told him Xbox section has no games because everyone is buying them. I don't even know what that guy's talking about, and I don't really care. That's not anything worth that's not anything worth acknowledging or talking about. That doesn't even make any sense. It's selling best because some guy at Walmart said so. Like, what does that even mean? But that's fine. It'll come up in the MPD. MPD reports are going to come out. If it's selling really good here in the US or wherever it is, like wherever that person is, they'll show up. Like, we can see splits in the UK. We can see MPD sales. We can see what it is. So if that's the case, then we'll find out. So yeah. You think ILCA will make another Pokemon remake? Maybe. I'm actually dying in this conversation. I mean, like, there's no point in like entertaining people that do that. Like, I don't spend too much time entertaining people that say that type of stuff because it doesn't even make any sense. Like, relying on just like somebody at Walmart, you know. So yeah, it doesn't make any sense. Doesn't make any sense to me, at least. But, you know, I understand, like, beloved Angel, like, I understand exactly what you're trying to say, you know, when it comes to that. So yeah. The Pokemon, let me see, just got my 6th W in Haze 2, first win with the axe. Got such a broke build this time. Nice, let's go. I still haven't gotten any W's at all because I'm still playing Trails and I have not put that much time into Hades. I just have too many games to play. That's really what it comes down to, boys and girls. There are way too many games to play, and I don't know what else I'm gonna do, man. There's too many games to play. That's just really it. Oh, remember, guys, if you have not seen my video today, make sure you guys watch my video today that I had. I had a great video about Switch 2 game updates. Assassin's Creed Shadows, that got leaked, or that's coming. In addition to maybe even Battlefield 6 as well. Although it's just a survey, so it's probably not, but you never know, right? You never know. So I talked about that as well. So that's pretty cool. So yeah. Make sure you hit that like button if you have not hit that like button, though, guys. Appreciate y'all. Appreciate it. Let's go. Stealth 404 keeps posting a bunch of stuff on his Twitter. It's hard not to look at it sometimes. I know he does. Stealth, that's where I saw the graphics engine thing. Yeah, he's definitely gonna post it. He's posting all of it. So yeah, this definitely sucks for Game Freak, at least for them. All this stuff is leaking, but you know, it is what it is. It's part of it, man. It's part of it. Gotta lock down the security, man. You gotta lock it down. How many times has Pokemon been hacked? How many times have we gotten leaks with Pokemon? A few major leaks have been appeared. Pokemon Legends 3. So there is going to be a Legends 3 title too, apparently. So there's going to be a Legends 3. So yeah, we'll see. We'll see about that. Nick93 with the $1 dono says, after playing Battlefield 6 for a little bit, it's safe to say COD is cooked this year. That's what everyone says, and then COD comes out to like record-breaking sales and support. So we'll see if COD's cooked this year. But everyone always says that. And then it ends up, you know, where it's not. But competition's good, man. It's good that there's competition. It's good that you know, that there's multiple people in the game that are going to make a big first-person shooter. So it's a good thing. It's definitely a good thing overall. that COD has competition. I don't know, man. This might be the year Battlefield sells more or very close. We'll see. We'll see. It's always tough, man, because I don't know, man. I don't know. I'm not sure. So yeah. Not sure. Xbox needs to release Lost Odyssey from Xbox prison. They put more and more games on the other systems. LOL, Lost Odyssey is my hope. Yeah. Oh man, that's crazy, dude. That's crazy. Give me 1 second, guys. Let's see. I'm trying to see if I'm supposed to go somewhere. I'm not sure. If you guys have questions, feel free to tag me at PlayerEssence, hashtag PlayerEssence, PlayerEssence by itself. More than happy to answer your questions. More than happy to answer your questions. Also, PS bought the marketing for Battlefield, COD, Black Ops 7 really bad. OJ, people are getting tired of it. Like I said, man, I've heard that before, man. Like I've heard that before. Like I said, I've heard it before. That's all I'm trying to say. I'm just trying to say I've heard that before. So if that happens, then okay. Like I feel you, man. But I don't know. Like we gotta. I'm not willing to sit there and say, "Oh, it's over," you know, right now. But we'll see. We'll see. Once the sales numbers come out, we'll see. I already have 90 hours on Hades 2. Hey, there you go. I would love to see Lost Odyssey off of, you know, if they wanted to bring it over to other platforms like Switch 2. I think that would be great. I'd replay it again on Switch 2, but it's such a long RPG. I'm not playing that on my Xbox, sitting down, like looking at my TV all day and like trying to get like a ROG Ally or something, or like a Xbox ROG Ally or something. Like I'm not doing all that, you know. And it's not even a Play Anywhere title, so I couldn't even do that anyway. So yeah. I was like do like emulate, like 360 emulation or something. I don't know. Yeah. If they bring it over to Switch 2, I'll play it again. But I already beat the game. I already pretty much 100% of the game back in the day. So yeah, I probably wouldn't. I'm not playing it again unless they do portable. That's the only way I'd play it again. So yeah. What's up, Yoshi? Welcome, man. This leak must suck for Game Freak. Nintendo Ninjas will be out in full force. Oh, yeah, man. It definitely sucks for Game Freak, but it is what it is, man. It happens. They're not the first or the last. Caught up on stream. Hey, there you go. Did anyone order a physical version of Star Ocean First Departure Art for the Switch from Limited Run Games? I did not. It always takes forever to get your games from Limited Run, so I don't order from them as much anymore. I used to. Like, it takes so long, I would, like, forget that I ordered the game. And it would come in the mail, I'd be like, oh, I ordered this a long time ago, you know? So yeah. Let's see. The Kirby Air Riders demo was amazing. The game is going to do so well. Well, we'll see. I mean, Kirby Air Riders is not a massive franchise or anything like that, but I think people are definitely with the Nintendo Directs. I mean, back then with the GameCube, we didn't have Nintendo Directs for marketing. Back then, Sakurai's Legend was big, but his Legend wasn't as big as it is now. You know, so I think that with the new marketing, with the Switch 2 being a popular system, probably selling already half of what the GameCube has, you know, lifetime. And much better than like when the GameCube came out, or like the time 2003. I think when did Kirby Air Riders launch? Yeah, like 2003 or something like that. You know, the GameCube definitely did not have. I think the Switch 2 has almost about as much as units as the GameCube had. So yeah. So it's interesting though, for sure. But yeah. They were the most popular Nintendo titles at PAX. Yeah, I bet. So, all right, guys, though, we are going to have to wrap it up here. I want to say thank you guys so much for coming out to today's stream. Appreciate you guys coming through. Just wanted to kind of get as much as I could before I had to bounce. So I want to say thank you guys so much for coming out to tonight's stream. I appreciate that. Make sure you guys hit the like button if you have not hit that like button. Shout outs, appreciate it. And check out my most recent video. If you have not seen my most recent video, check my most recent video out. I just linked it for you guys. Big love to Cyber T with the big dono today, man. I appreciate that. Big love to Darius, Nick93, Massive Rican, everybody that came through, all the Elite Ninjas Party, man, Dior, all of you guys. Vadsent, shout outs, man. Appreciate you. Anthony Gonzalez, Huddy as well. Thank you so much, man. Appreciate the support. Cedric, thank you, man. So much. Appreciate that. Appreciate it, Cedric. Psycho Pie, Dane Gonzalez, multiple donos today. Yak Diesel, of course, starting it out. Big love, guys. Yeah, so I'll see you guys for the next one. We'll be back tomorrow for another stream. All right, guys. Love y'all. Peace.